Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. For today's video, I thought I would just share some of my top tips and tricks for flying and traveling with babies. I have everything written down right here on my little notepad, and I thought I would just share with you guys. I currently have 2 under 2, and I was really nervous about it. They did amazing, and I thought I would share my top tips and tricks that I learned the hard way and give you guys a little inspiration on what to pack. Let me know if you like these kind of videos. Give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. So let's just jump right into it. I currently have 2 under 2. I have a almost 2-year-old, and then my second just turned 4 months. Jake's family lives in Texas, so we travel a lot. Blakely has been on a bunch of flights, and this was Brentley's first flight, and he did great. If you are planning on traveling, let me know down below if any of these worked out for you. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, the first tip that I have if you have babies is to wear either a sling or a carrier. I feel like it's so easy and convenient to just throw it on in the car ride on the way to the airport, get it all prepared, and then when you get out you can just put the baby in and you have easy access to walk around, to go through security and do what you need to do. The only advice that I have is if you do have a sling, just be careful, because with Blakely I would wear the carrier, but this time with Brentley I wore the sling. Usually the security just takes you to the side and like scans you. You don't have to go through anything, and you don't have to take the baby off. This time, for some reason, they had a problem with the rings because they were metal, so I had to take the baby out. It wasn't a big deal, but he was sleeping and it was a little annoying to kind of have to take him out, but it's fine. Just keep that in mind. But I definitely suggest a carrier, especially if they're really young. My next tip that I have is to get a double stroller. I definitely suggest bringing one. We have the UPPAbaby stroller. We love it. It's our favorite. It's super easy and convenient. It allows me and Jake to be free to get things done, go through security. You will have to take it apart for security, but it's super quick and easy. I really enjoy having a double stroller with us. When we land, wherever we're going, whatever we're doing, we have a stroller with us. We don't have to worry. The UPPAbaby is my favorite because of how the attachments work. You can do multiple things with it. You can have them different directions, and I just really enjoy it because it fits them perfectly. It's really smooth and easy to use. It's not very wide. It doesn't take up a lot of space. Another thing that I suggest is to get a gate check bag. Make sure you get one of the bags because it's so much easier to just put it in the bag and have it protected and safe that way. A lot of the times they'll just like throw your stroller around and not really be careful with it, so the gate check bag really helps. The next tip is for toddlers or older babies who have activities. I definitely suggest bringing a few of their favorite activities, whatever it is. Blakely loves to color. We got her like these jumbo crayons and she would just like carry them all day. It was a time of her life. So some coloring stuff, little small fidget toys are really great too, some flashcards, some small books, stacking toys like little stacking cups or anything like that, anything that's like on the smaller side and is easy to pack and throw in your diaper bag. Those are all great. My biggest tip is for when you are taking off, make sure that your baby is feeding, is sucking on a binky, chewing or swallowing. All of those are really great and really important for taking off and landing. It really helps their ears to actively be sucking and chewing. So I always make sure that they are doing something of that nature before we take off and a little bit after takeoff, and then when we land. I would just hate for them to have that annoying ear pain when your ears don't pop, so that's really helpful for them. Obviously have lots of snacks for your toddler. We really like the Go-Go Squeeze because they're so easy to just throw in your diaper bag and security doesn't throw them away. They're not messy. Just make sure you have plenty of snacks. This one is kind of obvious, but letting your toddler or your older baby walk around, get their energy out, let them walk and get their energy out as much as possible, especially if it's a long flight. No one likes to sit for hours at a time, so make sure they are getting all that out beforehand so that they can just rest and nap during the flight, because if we just let her sit in her stroller all day and on the plane all day, she would go a little crazy. Yeah, it just makes all of us happier if we just get our energy out beforehand. While you're waiting to board, change them, feed them, nurse them, whatever you need to do to take care of them beforehand is so much easier. Of course, you might have to change them on the plane depending on how long it is, but I definitely suggest doing it beforehand because there's so much more room. On the airplane, it's a little bit crammed. If there's turbulence, it's just like bumpy and a little bit difficult. So just do it beforehand and after. Along the lines of that, bring a changing pad. A little portable changing pad goes a long way. Sometimes you don't have access to the bathroom on the plane and you have to do what you have to do. On our flight with Brentley, he had a blowout and of course all of the bathrooms were being used and people were taking their sweet time. So we had to just take our changing pad, pull down the little table in front of our seat and lay out the pad and just change them right then and there. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, so I definitely suggest bringing a changing pad because it's more sanitary and a little bit more easy. We have one that has little pouches for the diaper, for the wipes, and I love that. For packing, I definitely suggest using packing cubes or little organizers. Oh my gosh, I did not do this for months that I've been flying, and this last time was my first time using them. I don't know why I didn't think of them, but they are a life changer, 10 times easier. I will link down below the ones that I have. They just make it so much easier, especially if you have babies. A lot of the times I will lose stuff. There's little mini socks or clothes or whatever. It just keeps everything so organized. Brentley and Blakely shared a suitcase, so it was so much easier to not have to figure out whose clothes is whose. You could just like have their things in little cubes and organizers, and it was so easy. It was so much easier to unpack, repack, and everything like that. So I definitely suggest getting some of those. They're really cheap, they last you a long time, and you can use them for like anything. So I will link down below the ones that I used. Along the lines of changing and diapers and all of that, do not overpack on diapers. Diapers take up a lot of room, and I learned this the hard way. Don't overpack. I always would overpack on diapers. Of course, you want to be prepared. I'm the kind of mom that always wants to be prepared for like worst case scenario, which is understandable, but depending on how long you're going to be traveling, don't overpack. The rule of thumb is to bring one diaper for each hour that you are traveling, plus 1 or 2 extra, just in case accidents happen. Figure out how long you're gonna be traveling, what you're doing after you get to your destination, how long you're gonna be out, and bring 1 or 2 extra outfits. Please, please, please do not forget an extra outfit, because if they spit up everywhere, if they're soaking wet, if they have a blowout like Brentley did, you're gonna wanna bring an extra outfit. Also, for toddlers, bring an extra outfit. Blakely got really messy for some reason. I don't even know what happened, but she did, and she just had to wear it all day. So on the way back home, I definitely brought an extra outfit for her, and it came in handy. So extra outfits, they don't need to be anything fancy, just throw them in the bag and call it a day. My last and most important tip is to do not stress. Do not worry about people around you. Do not worry about the looks, the stares, the comments. I was really nervous my first time flying with my baby, and it honestly wasn't that bad. Of course, there's gonna be some people that are gonna judge you. Your baby is gonna cry. People know that, people expect that. A lot of the times people are really nice and helpful. Jake and I have had amazing people that we have flown with and that we were around, and they were just really helpful and understanding and kind. But I mean, a lot of the times you aren't gonna get that, and that's okay. Just do what you need to do, focus on you and your baby. Do not stress and worry about other people. A lot of the times Jake and I would just get like frustrated with each other because we were stressed out, but honestly, it's so much easier to just let go and just try to make the best of it. So do not stress, do not worry, just focus on you and your baby and what you're doing, and everything will be okay. But yeah, those are some of my tips and tricks. Let me know down below if you liked any of those, if you have used any of those, if those are helpful for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know what other videos you guys would like to see from me. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. And I will chat with y'all later. Bye!